Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Gazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for a man, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday evening. Welcome inside Kindred on senior night here for the Kindred Vikings as they welcome in the Lisbon Broncos for Region 1 Volleyball. I'm Chase Miller, and this is our Olson Accounting pregame show. The Lisbon Broncos at 5-20 on the season, 1-2 in Region 1, head coached by Megan Johnson. The Vikings are 17-12 on this season, 5-2 in Region 1 play, head coached by Autumn Schaefer. For the Lisbon Broncos, they've lost 4 straight, including losses against South Prairie Max, Hazen, Benson County, and Enderlin. Next up for the Broncos, they will host the Ellendale Cardinals on Thursday here on your live event before hosting Northern Cass on October the 29th. And then it's the regular season finale against the rival of Sargent County on November the 4th. Well, for the Kindred Vikings, they went 2-3 in the Shields Invite with wins over Watford City and Northern Cass, losing to Bismarck High, Davies, Mandan, and Fargo Oak Grove. After the Shields Invite, the Vikings went down to Waimea Lidgewood and picked up a win in 4 sets on the road on October 15th. After tonight for the Vikings, they will make their way to Mayville for a date with the Patriots, head to Central Cass on October the 29th here on yourliveevent.com, and then also make their way to Hankinson on November the 1st, and their final game of the regular season match will be on November the 4th against the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. It's Kindred and Lisbon tonight here on yourliveevent.com. When we come back, we'll take a look at the latest Region 1 standings, your out-of-town scoreboard, hear from the coaches, and get to the opening serve. That's all still to come from Kindred on the Olson Accounting pregame show here on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Look at the Region 1 standings entering play here tonight. Fargo Oak Grove, the number 1 overall seed at a perfect 8-0 mark so far here on the season. Northern Cass, the inside track as the number 2 seed. If they went out, the Jags will be the 2 seed at 5-2 in Region 1 play. And it's the same for the Kindred Vikings. If they went out in Region 1 volleyball, or at least defeat the Broncos here tonight, Hankinson and then Central Cass later on this season and lose to Oak Grove, they would at least be the 3 seed as they own the head-to-head against the Warbirds, Maple River, and Central Cass, who all are a half game behind Kindred. So again, Oak Grove is 1, Northern Cass is 2, followed by Kindred tied with the Jags. Tied for 4th right now, Waimea Lidgewood, Maple River, and Central Cass at 5-3. From there in 7th, Richland at 4-4 in conference play, and Sargent County in the top 8 at 3-4. Enderlin is 3-5, Hankinson 2-5, Lisbon is at 1-7, and Tri-State at 0-8. Coming up here tonight on yourliveevent.com, also Region 1 Volleyball, Hankinson at Maple River with Alex Hoffman in Tower City. Richland at Northern Cass with James Martins here this evening on yourliveevent.com. Other matches in the region, Central Cass at Tri-State. Oak Grove makes their way down to Enderlin, and Sargent County at Waimea Lidgewood. Again, all 12 teams in action here tonight for Region 1 Volleyball. When we come back, we'll take a look and hear from the coaches before the starting lineups and the opening serve here this evening. It's the Olson Accounting pregame show. If you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and the staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting requests. Go to colsoncpa.com. That's colsoncpa.com. Olson Accounting of Lisbon. We'll continue from Kindred after this here between the Broncos and the Vikings as we get into our coaches conversation. First up, Megan Johnson from the Broncos.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullis & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
As we continue on our Olson Accounting pregame show here today with the Lisbon Broncos and the Kindred Vikings, joining us is Megan Johnson, the head coach here for Lisbon, just a couple weeks out before we get to postseason volleyball here in Region 1. And Megan, when you take a look at your volleyball team here this season, I know I asked you this a week and a half or two ago in Castleton, but what are some of the things you still want to continue to work on before you flip that calendar over to November, and knowing that November 8th is the start of the region tournament, which is coming up sooner rather than later?
Yeah, I mean, still talking. We're not quite at the overall record that we want to be, but late in the season, we're still learning some things. So as long as we can keep talking and still hitting the ball aggressively, I think we'll come out.
As you go from there to your setter and Ava Adair, have you just kind of seen her grow from the start of the season to where she's at now at that freshman spot?
For sure, as a freshman, I mean, it's intimidating coming out on varsity, but she's kind of handled the pressure really well. We've had her run a 6-2 and a 5-1 all together. So, I mean, she's played both back row and front row for us. So, I mean, anything we ask of her, she's willing to do, and can't wait to see what the next few years bring for her.
And another underclassman in Taryn Gilbert, just as a sophomore spot, obviously having to go up against some big hitters throughout the course of her season in Region 1. Just how have you seen her continue to grow?
Yeah, I mean, in practice, she's always working on hitting different shots and getting better and asking questions if she doesn't understand. But she's kind of learning that there are some big hitters and some big blockers against her, and we really depend on her to get up and get that block.
What's something you want to see against the Kindred Vikings here tonight from your team moving forward here throughout the season, Megan?
Pretty much just staying in base, knowing your role, not overstepping. I feel like we kind of maybe doubt a player or two every now and again, but just knowing and trusting our teammates, and then really being communicative.
And then the final thing is, what does it mean to be scrappy? I know we saw you at the Central Cast able to, earn some points, win some long volleys, kind of maybe get points, so to speak. The coaches would say, how did you find a way to scramble and get it over the net and you win a point? So what do you want to see, I guess, from the scrappiness of your team here tonight? Yeah,
I mean, giving it your all and only doing as best as you can, just believing in yourself that you can go get that ball. I mean, they think they might not be able to until they actually do, and they'll be surprised. So just believing in yourself is really important.
Megan, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
And again, Coach Johnson for the Lisbon Broncos will continue on our Olson Accounting show after this from Kindred.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
As we continue on our pregame show here tonight, joining us from the Kindred Vikings is Adam Schaefer, the head volleyball coach, as they welcome in the Lisbon Broncos on senior night. Adam, let's just start there with the four seniors here with Elsa alongside Leah, Kennedy, and Greta. What just kind of they mean to the team and squad this season?
Yeah, they mean a lot to the team. Their leadership really shows on the squad. A lot of the younger girls, like you said, we do have a younger team, so they definitely look up to them. Each one of them brings something different and unique to the team, and something that each one of the girls can take from them.
You know, a little time off in between matches with Weimar-Lidgewood and here tonight against the Lisbon Broncos. What did you like, though, from your club down in Weimar-Lidgewood picking up a 4-set win against the Warbirds?
They really learned from their mistakes. If they made an error, they really sat back, took that time they needed to understand what happened, why things went the way they did, and they were quick to fix those. So they really were able to come back in the later sets that they had, even though we lost the first one.
And as you go from here, it's going to be a busy week. You got Mayport CG, you still got the Squirrels and the Grovers and Pirates. So 5 matches left in the regular season. Biggest thing you want to see from this particular match going into the month of November and closing out the regular season here, Autumn, is what?
I want to see them continue to have that high energy. I don't want to see any dips. I don't want to see the faltering. I want them to stay steady, keep doing what they can do, control their controllables. Really don't let anything falter at this point. They should be kind of not coasting, but they should be able to be level-headed throughout the way.
Autumn, thank you so much for your time and best of luck here tonight on senior night.
Thank you.
And again, Coach Adam Schaefer will continue after this from Kindred.
School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
Final segment on our pregame show here tonight, brought to you in part by Olson Accounting on YourLiveEvent.com, as the Vikings of Kindred match up with the Broncos of Lisbon here this evening in Kindred. And the Region 1 and also just the regular season across the state is starting to wind down already next week. In some parts of North Dakota, there will be postseason volleyball with districts next year. Both of these teams are heading to the middle division of the volleyball 3-division system and will be in Division A with Fargo Oak Grove, Central Cass, Wahpeton, Northern Cass, and Valley City. And the Broncos here and the Vikings as well will make that up. Very similar to what the basketball season was here this past year for both boys and girls basketball. The Lisbon Broncos after tonight will tangle with the Allendale Cardinals for their final non-region contest of the season on Thursday here on YourLiveEvent.com in Lisbon before getting back into Region 1 play a week from tonight against Northern Cass. Well, for the Kindred Vikings, they as well will play their final non-region opponent of the season, making their way to Mayport CG against the Patriots on Thursday before traveling to Central Cass a week from tonight. That's what's coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com as well. And you can simply go to our website, YouTube page by searching Your Live Event for more high school contests and games as well throughout the season, including the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show tomorrow night. We'll have the North Dakota Cross Country State Preview where we'll talk with both runners from Coach Jake Revere's team of the Lisbon Broncos and from Coach Josh Roberts here of the Kindred Vikings. We'll talk with those athletes that are making their way to Jamestown for the state cross country meet on Friday, and we'll have North Dakota High School playoff football on Saturday as well. We'll have 3 matches for you on YourLiveEvent.com on Saturday. The Vikings will tangle with the Carrington Cardinals at 1 o'clock here on YourLiveEvent.com. Then at 2 o'clock, also in 11A, we'll feature the Central Cass Squirrels and the Botno Braves. And then 9-man, we will have Hankinson at Lemoore Litchfield Marion. So that's our schedule for the North Dakota football playoffs here again. For more information, simply go to our website of YourLiveEvent.com. We come back after this. We'll put a bow on our Olson Accounting pregame show on senior night as they'll honor the 4 seniors here on the squad this season, and we'll get to that and more here on Your
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
In today's fast-paced world, your business needs more than just numbers. It needs an alphabet roadmap with Olson Accounting. A is for accounts payable, where every dollar counts. B stands for balance sheets, keeping your finances on track. And C represents cash flow, the lifeblood of your business. At Olson Accounting, they're more than just number crunchers. Discover the difference with their trusted expertise, personalized service by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
As we continue here on our Olson Accounting pregame show here tonight, it is senior night here for the Kindred Vikings as they're honoring 4 seniors on the roster here this season that include, as we will go by numerical order here with Elsa Engelbrechtsen, the middle blocker, middle hitter, wearing number 2 here after high school plans, looking to be an agriculture-related career here for Elsa Engelbreitsen. Also from there, wearing number 4 is Leah Rowland, the senior libero. After high school plans, looking to attend either the North Dakota State College of Science or Bismarck State College for dental hygiene and potentially play softball as well, as she was part of that state championship softball team that able to take down Central Cass in the softball Class B championship in Jamestown in June. From there, wearing number 5 is Kennedy Bacco. After her high school plans here at Kindred, looking to attend NDSU for business or marketing. And then you also have Greta McKinney here wearing number 14 after her high school plans, looking for elementary education, and the college is undecided. So they again are honoring the seniors here for the Kindred Vikings, as they have 4 of them that are on the roster again one more time here tonight on senior night. So one more time, Elsa Engelbreitsen with Leah Rowland, Kennedy Bacco, and Greta McKinney as well. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll get to the starting lineups and the opening serve here this evening. That again does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Olson Accounting. If you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll needs, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. You can go to colsoncpa.com. That again is colsoncpa.com. Back after this here in Kindred.
Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As we get you ready here for the starting lineups and the opening serve here in just moments on your liveevent.com, featuring again the Lisbon Broncos and the Kindred Vikings here tonight in Kindred. As Lisbon will be on the left side of your screen, Kindred will be on the right. It is senior night, and they are getting some of their senior accolades, and one more time, some of their senior, if you want to call them, presents here as well. As we'll go over part of the starting lineups here this evening. First for the Lisbon Broncos, 5 wins, 20 losses, 1-7 on the season. On the left-handed side of your screen, 1-7 again in Region 1. They'll go like this. Miss Qualm, the senior at 5'6". That's Haley, the senior libero. From there you have Bryn Wiltsey, the sophomore at 5'6". Miss Sweet, the senior at 5'4". Brea here, the senior. Emerson Schwab, the junior at 5'8", middle hitter. Cameron Hoff, a senior at 5'7", middle hitter as well. Taryn Gilbert, another sophomore with Cameron Hoff, sophomore at 5'11". Then Ava Adair, the freshman setter at 5'6". So Qual with Wiltsey, Sweet, Schwab, Hoff, Gilbert, and Adair here for the Lisbon Broncos. And from there for the Kindred Vikings, 17-12 on the season, 5-2 in Region 1 play. Head coach by Autumn Schaefer. They'll roll like this as part of their starters, and they will get through a number of players here this evening as well. Part of the lineup here is Elsa Engelbrigtsen, a senior middle blocker at 5'3". You'll also see Caitlin Brink in the back row throughout as a defensive specialist. The libero, another senior defensive specialist at 5'5", the libero here tonight in Leah Rowland. Kennedy Bacco, another senior middle blocker at 5'11", and then Lila Kittleson, a junior middle blocker at 5'8". Also Collins McQuillan, the freshman center at 5'9", and Greta McKinney from the outside hitter here this season. And this evening for the Vikings, McKinney at 5'9". So again, Ingo Brightson, you'll see Brink, also Taylor Sanders getting an opportunity here for the Vikings with Roland, Bacco, Kittleson, McQuillan, and McKinney here for Kindred. The Lisbon Broncos 5-20, Kindred at 17-12 on the season. And a reminder, we'll still have a lot more high school volleyball upcoming on Thursday night as well here on yourliveevent.com. Northern Cass makes their way to Sargent County. Ellendale makes their way to Lisbon. Hillsborough Central Valley going up against Maple River in Tower City. Those will be just some of the few high school volleyball matches that we'll have for you on Thursday night on yourliveevent.com. Broadcasting here this evening from Kindred in the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. Stock Growers Bank is your small town bank and big time partner with the Stock Growers Bank mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far. With Stock Growers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Again, broadcasting from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth here this evening. I'm Chase Miller with you for a Region 1 volleyball contest. A win here for Kindred gets them one step closer to trying to be a top 4 seed and earn a first round bye into the Region 1 tournament, while a win here for Lisbon would start making things a little more interesting at that 10-11 seed line here, as if they can pick up a win, they would have the same amount of wins as Hankinson, as the Hankinson Pirates at 2-5, Lisbon's at 1-7. Hankinson does hold the game in hand, however, over the Lisbon Broncos. But as the old adage says, you're just never sure of what you're going to get, and that's especially true here in this region. When you take a look at particular box scores and different settings throughout the course of the season, talking with coaches, there's been some scores from whether it's been in September to where we are now in October that everyone kind of has some interesting comments to say, and by that just saying I didn't think maybe a game or a match would go the way it would, as the visiting team comes in and knocks off the home team. Someone from the middle to bottom of the standings took down someone from the upper part of the standings, so everybody knows this region is definitely up for grabs once they get to the postseason. Back after this with the opening serve here in Kindred.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
At Stock Growers Bank in Lisbon, let them turn your dreams into reality and help watch them grow. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith will give you a tailored solution to fit your unique requests. From farming, buying a new home, or investing in your future, he has you covered. Stock Growers Bank celebrating 125 years of banking in your local communities. For more information, call Wyatt at 701-683-5000. Stock Growers Bank, where your success is their top priority. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we get you ready for the opening serve here between the Lisbon Broncos and the Kindred Vikings here on your liveevent.com here this evening. First serve will be coming with the Vikings as Collins McQuillan, the setter, will get things underway here on a Tuesday night. Volleyball play-in matches begin on Friday, November the 8th. The quarterfinals here in Kindred starting on November the 11th. Opening serve here at 7:17. This one comes to the middle for the Broncos with Hoff dug up by Rowland. Free ball over then on the third by Taylor Sanders. And the Broncos will return it with a free ball of themselves with Ava Adair. Set middle. Here comes Bacco for the kill. Kenny Bacco with her first kill of the night on the Bank North scoreboard. It is a 1-0 lead here for the Kindred Vikings. Bank North, values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. That again is ibanknorth.com. Service upcoming here for Kindred with Collins McQuillan. For Lisbon, they will see a right-handed swing by Emerson Schwab. And Schwab able to get the Lisbon Broncos on the board here in set number 1. So tied at 1. Service upcoming here for Lisbon will be with Adair into the back. Set into the middle. This one kind of rolls across the net there with Taylor Sanders off the block for her first kill of the night. And it's now 2-1 Vikings. Service here on senior night for one of the 4 seniors in Kennedy Bacco for the Vikings. Their second to last home match of the regular season. They will host the Grovers to finish off the regular season on November the 4th. This will be set here for Collins McQuillan. Set outside. Big swing all the way for Sanders. And Taylor does it again. Makes it a 3-1 contest here for the Vikings. For the Lisbon Broncos, this will be their final road match of the season as they will finish off with 3 consecutive home matches before they will eventually, as it stands now, have to go on the road in the Region 1 play-in. Bacco, good pass on the way. McQuillan back set. This one gets a right-handed swing and a kill for Greta McKinney. The senior with her first kill, and the Vikings now lead it 4-1. Also keep you apprised of some other matches going on across the way tonight. Minnesota Section Football, Warroad and Hawley. That and more here on YourLiveEvent.com this evening. Bacco serve into the back. This will be the first service there for either club here this evening, and the Lisbon Broncos will regain the points. As they will make a substitution here on the rotation, as Aubrey Opp will come on to serve. Libero here is Quall. Service here by Opp Rowland. Good pass on the way to Collins McQuillan. Set outside. Here's Elsa Engelbreitson. This one will be out of play, and the Broncos will take the point now at 4-3. Service to continue here for Lisbon and Miss Opp. Opp with the serve. Rowland in the back. Good pass to McQuillan, who sets this one up, and a free ball over by McKinney. Chance of the Broncos to utilize it. Back set. Here's a swing into the nets there by Bryn Wiltsey, and the Vikings earn the side out here and take the point at 5-3. Vikings head back to the service line as they will handle it here with Taylor Sanders. Sanders on the serve. That's a rifle across the other side of the net. Quall with a good pass. This one pushed over them by Brinley Differding. Set outside. Here comes McKinney in for the kill. Greta McKinney now doubles up the Lisbon Broncos here as it makes it 6-3 Kindred. Up next here for the Lisbon Broncos for your live event will be a state cross-country preview with a handful of the members of the Lisbon Broncos team, and head coach Jake Rivera also here from a handful of the Kindred Vikings state cross-country team, and head coach Josh Roberts later on the week here on yourliveevent.com. Ace on the way there by Sanders. Service will continue. Koala's there. This one will go to Adair. Back set on the way. Wiltsey cross corner eventually gets the kill. Bryn Wiltsey with her first of the night. 7-4 contest as the Vikings set to receive this serve upcoming by the libero here in Haley Quall. Then later on in the week, state cross country on Friday in Jamestown. Later on in the week, we get to playoff football in 11A as the Vikings will be on yourliveevent.com at 1 o'clock as they welcome in the Carrington Cardinals. Set outside, right-handed swing here by Lisbon with Differding. The Vikings will utilize this one on the swing there by Engelbrechtson. Eventually the point after a nice little block at the net here by Lisbon makes it 7-5. Service here for the Broncos with Quall. As Lisbon trying to get back within one here in set number one. Quall down the right-handed side. McQuillan will set this one up. Little soft changeup on the swing there by the Vikings with Kittleson. Rolling as we nearly had a time as we had one of the volleyballs nearly come on the court here, as it eventually will be 8-5, and I think that's what Megan Johnson is talking about, saying that there was a volleyball that came on the back row for a moment, and I don't think the official saw it. Just watching the volleyball in general, the back row official did put her flag up for a second, and I think they're going to say we'll replay it, and they will. So we'll keep it at 7-5. As right now we'll take that last kill off the scoreboard here as well. And we will have to reset. A volleyball did come on for a second. It hit a back row player for Lisbon. They kind of stopped for a moment. The play continued, so now you'll have a jump and we'll redo the point. 7-5 here in set number one. Service here by Quall yet again for the Vikings. They will give it to the back row. Taylor Sanders on top of the block. For Lisbon here, they will set outside. Here's a right-handed swing on the way by Differding for the Vikings. This one will be pushed across on the second by Engelbrechtson. Lisbon coming middle. That'll be with Gilbert over on the third. Vikings pushing across with McKinney, longest volley here of set number one. Wiltsey left-handed swing. This one will go out of play, and the Vikings will take the point regardless here at 8-5. As Brink will get a chance in the back row here with Caitlin to come on, as she does in the rotation as Greta McKinney heads to the bench. Brink with the serve into the back middle. This one will get set up for a dare set outside Wiltsey. Good spot for the kill. Bryn's got her second here for the Broncos. It's now 8-6 on the Bank North scoreboard. Service will be upcoming here with Brooklyn Bergerman. Brooklyn, the senior at 5'3". Onto the service line, rolling. Good pass, this one coming middle, right-handed, swing down for the kill. Eventually a point comes here for the Vikings as this one will go with Kittleson to make it now 9-6. Rolling to the service line here for the Vikings. Rolling on the serve, and he nearly gets the ace. Instead, it'll be the second service there for Kindred, and the Lisbon Broncos trailing it by 2. One tie so far, that was at 1. The Vikings led 4-1, eventually 7-3. Also at 9-6, but every time Kindred's gotten it to 3, the Broncos have been able to respond once or twice. Here now it's just about tying and taking the lead if you're a Bronco fan, as Sweet earns the ace. First of the night here for the Broncos. Sweets down the near side. Baco is there. Kennedy with an attack. Now this one on top of the block. Eventually is Bergerman. Free ball over then on the third by Schwab. Here comes McQuillan. Set middle. Little power tip on the way by Kittleson. Set outside. A chance for the Broncos there with Emerson Schwab. Rolling. Good dig set. Here comes Baco. Tipped over with the left hand for the point. Kenny Baco gets the kill. It's now 10-8 Vikings. Service here for Kindred with Kittleson. As Kittleson comes to the service line into the middle. This one with Bergerman. And we'll see a block by Baco. Baco earns the block on the way here to make it now 11-8. Service here for the Vikings. This one will come. Bergman with the bump, right-handed swing, good location on the way there by Gilbert. Better dig eventually by Kittleson. Little joust at the net, won by Lisbon. Kindred will see this one outside Sanders. Good dig in the back by Quall. Tight at the net, right-handed swing, and then we'll have a net violation here on the Vikings. It's now 11-9. In-game update brought to you in part by our friends at Goldmark. Taking a look across the way here this evening. Everybody in action. Central Cass at Tri-State. Oak Grove visiting Enderlin. Richland at Northern Cass. Hankinson at Maple River. And Sargent County at Waimea Ridgewood. That again is an in-game update brought to you in part by Goldmark Commercial. Go online to goldmarkcommercial.com to connect with their expert team of trusted agents. For the Vikings here, they will have a right-handed swing by Sanders for another kill from the outside spot. That'll be her match-leading third kill of the night, and that's the difference right now, as it's a 12-9 lead here for the Vikings. Service as they work around the rotation here with McQuillan. Collins on the serve. Bergerman set, right-handed swing over by Lisbon. This will be tight. Block after a swing by McKinney. This one tipped across by the Broncos with Emerson Schwab. Chance for Sanders on top of the block. Bergerman is there. Quall able to help it out to the outside here with Schwab. Right-handed swing, and eventually earning the points here at 9-10. So Schwab gets her second kill of the match here, and the Vikings see that deficit trim back down to 2. Kind of been teetering between 1 to 3 points for a majority here of set number 1 in Kindred this evening. Service for the Broncos with a dare, and that will be the first service there of the inning, of the set here on YourLiveEvent.com for Lisbon. As Baco heads to service line. Baco into the middle, Quall with the pass. This one will get set by a dare, swung on there by Hoff. Kindred trying to get a free ball over. They're able to do so with McKinney. This one by the Lisbon Broncos with Schwab, right-handed swing, no touch on a play. The Vikings take a 4-point lead. Service will continue here by Baco. Kennedy down the right-handed side. Lisbon will see this one with a dare set outside. This one swung on the way by Wiltsey. Vikings, here comes Sanders into the back. This will go out of play. Nicely done by Quall to see that one go all the way to the back and eventually out of play. Now at 14-11. After these substitutions here coming on for the Broncos will be Aubrey Opp. She will head to the service line for the second time here this evening on the rotation. McQuillan backs it, right-handed swing on top of the block by McKinney. This one gets across. Good sprawn attempt by the aforementioned Opp to get that one over. Then she has another dig, and it goes right back to who hit it in Sanders. Sanders, this one tipped in a good location for the kill. Taylor with her fourth. Now 15-11 Vikings over the halfway point and trying to chase this one down. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining here in set number 1 as the serve will be coming here with Taylor. Sanders on the serve. Opp is there. This one coming to a dare. Back set. Wiltsey gets it over on the third. Vikings tight. Eventually get it over with Kittleson. Pushed across by a dare. Back left corner covered by Rowland. Set outside by McKinney. Hits the ribbon. Goes right back over on the Vikings side. Eventually there is Lisbon with Differding. Differding on the attack off the side of the block. McQuillan with a set outside. McKinney will earn the kill. Give the assist to Collins McQuillan. Greta McKinney earns the point to make it a 16-11 lead for the Vikings. Their largest here in set number 1. Lisbon been awfully scrappy so far here in this first set, but the Vikings have either led or been tied at one time here tonight, as they've been, at least for the most part, with a 2 to 3 point lead for a good majority of this set. As this one gets across with McKinney, Lisbon needs a free ball over here. A dare, able to get it across. Quick transition game potentially, and we have a lift or a net. We'll see what the violation is. We'll have a net on the way, and this one will be against the Lisbon Broncos to make it now 17-13. So 17-11, Vikings with the advantage here in set number 1. Service will continue by Sanders. Taylor with the serve. That one's a knuckler down the line as this one goes over the net. Eventually tight. This is a right-handed swing by Kittleson, blocked partially. Lisbon, outside right-handed swing by Differdine, and this one will go out of play. Megan Johnson wants a timeout on the Bank North scoreboard. We'll break with them. Kindred leads it by 7.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. From banking to insurance, let them handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. The first one taken here by Coach Megan Johnson and the Lisbon Broncos. As at one point, it was a 11-9 contest. Since then, been a nice little run here by the Kindred Vikings, and they've rattled off currently here in this one as Lisbon got it to 14-11, 4 consecutive points. Timeout again brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Vikings and Broncos opening serve at 7:17 on a Tuesday night. Vikings 7 points away from taking the first set here as Lisbon will back set. Wiltsey with the push blocked. Adair able to help it out, then a free ball over by Qual on the third to the opposite libero, and Roland set middle. Here's a little power tip. Doing a nice job as Adair to keep it alive. This will be tight, and eventually running out of real estate there is Cameron Hoff, and the point will be awarded to the Kindred Vikings. 19-11 service upcoming for the freshman here for the 5'11 outside hitter in Taylor Sanders. Sanders into the back right corner. The Broncos with Differding gets it across. The Vikings, here comes McKinney through the block, down for the kill. Greta McKinney with her 4th kill of the night. And it's now 20-11. McKinney with 4. Taylor Sanders has 4 in that category. Vikings continuing to go on this current run. It's 6 consecutive points until that service here. The third one for Kindred, and now it's 20-12. And if you're the Lisbon Broncos, you will need to run like that. 4 or 5 consecutive good serves here by Qual, and see if you can cut this deficit from 20-12 to 20-16 or 20-17 before Kindred gets another point. Instead, the Vikings, quick transition game here with Kittleson for the kill. It'll be her second of the match to make it now 21-12. Vikings 4 points away as Brink heads the service line as McKinney checks out. Greta's had herself a really nice performance, being a setter a season ago. Now getting back to more of a hitter spot and blocker, able to get 4 kills so far here in this opening set. Adair set. Here comes Wiltsey, left-handed swing over the net. Sanders is there. Here goes to the outside. Engelbrechtson through the block for the kill. Got it through the hands of Taryn Gilbert, and Elsa earns her first kill of the match. 22-12 Vikings here on YourLiveEvent.com. Service on the way for Caitlin Brink. Brink to serve, back right corner. The Broncos will utilize this one. Wiltsey, this one dug, eventually by Roland for the Vikings. Taylor Sanders back row attack. That'll go out of play to make it 22-13. Lisbon hence the service line as they will handle it with Bryn Wiltsey so far with 2 kills to lead the floor alongside with Emerson Schwab here for the Broncos. Kindred set middle. Here's a swing and eventually a kill. Coming right down Main Street is Kittleson for her 3rd kill of the match. 23-13 Vikings. 2 points away from taking set number 1 as Roland heads the service line. Roland with the serve, back right corner. Lisbon will push it over on the third with Differding. Brink is there, trying to get it over on the second. was Collins McQuillan as she kind of felt that net getting a little bit closer. And it'll be 23-14. Service here with Differding. Differding on the serve. The Vikings will see this one pushed outside. Bacco for the kill. Kenny Bacco's got her third, and so far it's been a balanced diet here tonight for Coach Autumn Schaefer and the Vikings. 4 different players with 3 or more kills here for the Vikings, as they will have their set point opportunity. Adair back set. This one swung. A little change up there by Gilberts. For Kindred, free ball over on the third by Sanders. Where will the Broncos go? Adair set outside, as this will be eventually blocked. And the block comes here by Collins McQuillan. That does it for set number 1 on the Bank North scoreboard. Goes to the hometown Vikings here this evening, 25-14. Our set recap is coming up next, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullison Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullison Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullison Olson Agency.
As we get to our set recap here, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. The Vikings with 1 ace with Taylor Sanders, 3 service errors. Sweet with 1 ace for Lisbon, 1 service error for the Broncos. Kindred led by Taylor Sanders and Greta McKinney with 4 kills each, while Wiltsey and Schwab had 2 kills for the Lisbon Broncos. 1 tie in set number 1 at 1. Otherwise, Kindred led throughout the entirety in their 25-14 win in the first. That's a set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Locally owned and operated, First Class Mortgage is more than just the company name. It's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That again is firstclasscorp.com. Chase Miller with you here this evening from Kindred. Reminder, we will have coverage of the Region 1 and Region 2 and EDC volleyball tournaments coming up later in November. Region 1 will have the play-in matches, handful of them on video, and then we'll get to audio only from the quarterfinals through the championship. Quarterfinals will be here in Kindred starting on November the 11th, while the play-in matches will be on Friday, November the 8th here in Region 1. Service on the way for Lisbon with Adair. For the Vikings, they will go outside. Sanders with an indentation kill. Give McKinney McQuillan the assist. And Sanders with her first kill of the night for the Kindred Vikings. Service upcoming here for Kindred, as this one will be with Collins McQuillan. Little running jump serve into the back right corner. Lisbon here with Ava Adair pushes it. Here goes Wiltsey. Tights, and then Bacco able to get this one over. Adair set middle. This one pushed across. Eventually dug out. Good attempt there in the back by Mallory Keller to keep that one alive. Another chance for Lisbon. Here comes Schwab, rolling with a great sprawling dig. Set outside. Tipped a little changeup, but it goes out of play by Greta McKinney. Lisbon, monkey see, monkey do, if you will, ties things up in the second set at 1 apiece as we saw things in set number 1. And now the Broncos double checking to make sure they got the rotation right. This allows us to let you know we're broadcasting from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth here this evening. Stock Growers Bank serving Lisbon, Sargent County, and the surrounding communities. In business for over 125 years. Stock Growers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. As Roland just gets this one over, the Lisbon Broncos will see this off the top, and I believe there might have been close to a deflection. This one will go out of play as Lisbon there with Hoff had a chance. Vikings will take the point now at 2-1. Kindred to the service line here with Kennedy Bacco. As Bacco will come on to serve this one up. As she does, Lisbon off the right shoe there of Cameron Hoff. This is going to be tight and unable to get over. Makes it a 2-1 contest now. Service here for the Broncos as this one gets on top of the block. Lisbon trying to take their first lead here of the set. This one gets over there with Webb, dug by Roland. Outside right-handed swing, Sanders for the kill. Taylor does it again, makes it a 3-2 Viking advantage. Serve upcoming will continue for Taylor. Sanders with the serve on the way, back right. Lisbon with Wiltsey over. Roland with the good pass. This one will go McQuillan. Set outside on top of the block there on the swing by McKinney. Lisbon free ball over on the third. Where do the Vikings go? McQuillan coming to the middle. This one able to get over with Kittleson. Lisbon doing a good job though, getting a hand up there, making it tough. Vikings back sent Engelbreitson. Gets it through the block, kept alive by Gilbert, and then up with a free ball over on the third. Kindred set outside. McKinney on top of the ribbon for the kill. Greta McKinney with her 5th kill of the night here for the Vikings. It's now 4-2 Kindred. Taylor Sanders continues to serve now for the Vikings. Back-to-back points for Kindred. Service on the way. Lisbon. Wiltsey gets this one across. Vikings set. Right-handed swing by McKinney. Dug out there by Adair. Here's a back row attack on the way by Riot Wortman. And now this one just gets over. A little pirouette there for the Vikings. Coming to the middle block with Gilbert. Eventually Riot with another chance to the opposite side to Roland. Set. Here comes McKinney up and over. Lisbon. To the outside will be Lillian Webb. There is Sanders. McQuillan coming to the middle. Tipped eventually over by Kittleson. Broncos back set. Wiltsey down the line. Sanders with a good pass to the setter. Here comes Engelbreitson and just missing the back right corner. 4-3. Lisbon with the advantage as we get to our in-game updates here as the Broncos trail it by 1. Some teams with an advantage, though, early. Maple River up 2-0 early against the Hankinson Pirates in Tower City. And Richland grabbed the first set against Northern Cass. The Richland Colts also on your liveevent.com. An in-game update, again, brought to you in part by friends at Goldmark Commercial. From land to farmland and from office to industrial, Goldmark Commercial has the skills to handle all of your commercial real estate needs. Go online to goldmarkcommercial.com to connect with their trusted agents. So for the Vikings, they will have a free ball over. Lisbon here with offset middle blocked eventually by Engelbreitson. And Elsa able to make it a 5-4 contest. As Brink will come to the service line here for the Vikings. Kindred, for those of you that are just joining us, won 25-14 on the Bank North scoreboard in set number 1. Brink with the serve. Opp is there. Here's a chance for Lisbon as this one eventually gets over by Opp. For the Kindred Vikings, they will see Quillins. McQuillan coming to the middle. Great block in the middle by Gilbert. And eventually Engelbreitson gets this one across. Elsa with a 6-4 contest now here for the Vikings. Good block, though, again in the middle by Taryn Gilbert. Off the swing by Kittleson, but eventually the Vikings, quick reactions, gets the point right across. As Kindred heads to the service line, Opp is there. A chance to get over by Riot for the kill. Riot Wortman earns the point, 6-5 here, and the Broncos a chance to tie for the second time. Make that the third time here in the set. Service on the way for Sweet. Serve into the middle. There is Sanders set outside. Engelbrechtson. Eventually Quall is into the back. Now it's a chance here for Emerson Schwab. For the Vikings, they will have a back row attack by Sanders, unable to get over the nets. And now it's 6-all. Third tie of set number 2 as the Broncos will continue to serve here with Sweet. Sweet to the service line, back right corner is Roland. Vikings with Engelbrechtson push this one over tight. Broncos set into the middle, left-handed, able to get over by Gilberts. Vikings with a push back left corner. Lisbon almost got out of rotation, unable to get this one across, however, by Waletsko. And the Vikings regain the point here at 7-6. Rolling to the service line here for the Vikings. Match number 30 on the season for Kindred, while this is match number 26 for the Broncos. Opp set outside. Waletsko gets this one across and down for the kill. 7 up here in this second set. Senior night honoring 4 seniors here for the Kindred Vikings. Well, for the Broncos, 5 seniors on their roster here this season for Coach Megan Johnson. Kennedy Bacco back right corner. Bacco might get another chance at this one, and this one just gets over the hands of Kittleson Bacco, and the point goes now 8-7 here for Lisbon. First lead of the second set here and of the match for the Lisbon Broncos as they lead it by 1. Service on the way here for Gilbert. Brinken to the back, and now a chance for Bacco over on the third, and that's in. Back row just thought it was going to go out a little bit, but Bacco is going to earn the point here and eventually the kill. And it's tied at 8. Tough one for Lisbon Bronco fan as that one kind of like a rainbow just came down at a sharp angle there for the back row. And eventually the ace will be coming with it. Back-to-back points for the Vikings, now at 9-8. Kendallson with the ace. Service here for Kittleson. Kittleson into the back, nearly gets another one, and we'll have a free ball here by Opp back right corner. Vikings will utilize this one to the outside. Here comes Sanders for the kill. Taylor's got another one. That'll be her 7th of the match. Give Collins McQuillan the assist, and now it's 10-8. Service here for Kindred. Into the middle. Lisbon. Well, let's go. Gets this one across. Brink able to cover it up. Coming to the middle. Here goes Bacco. Down for another kill. Bacco's got her 5th. Give McQuillan the assist and a timeout on the Bank North scoreboard. It's 11-8 Kindred here in set number 2.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
High school volleyball here this evening. Timeouts throughout the night brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Contact Jim and the crew at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency here in Kindred. From insurance to banking, let them handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. Josh Roberts, also the state cross country preview show, works at Kindred State Bank, head coach for the Kindred Vikings. We'll hear from Josh and some of the fellow Vikings runners, and the same from the Lisbon runners a little bit later on this week for our state cross country preview show here for Class B in North Dakota. As this one will come for the Vikings to the middle. Baco with a right-handed tip. Oh, there's a pancake over. What a sprawling attempt by Sweet. Right-handed swing on the way by Sanders. Broncos going to get this one across. They do by Webb. Outside Sanders for the kill. Gives Sweet the hustle points, but eventually the actual point that goes on the scoreboard is a Sanders kill here at 12-8. Vikings lead it by 4 here on your liveevent.com. Trying to improve to 6-2 in Region play with the win, while the Broncos looking to get to 2-7 in Region 1 with the win here this evening. Well, let's go over on the third. Vikings back set. Here comes Baco. This will go tight, but eventually Baco will take the point after trying to hit that one was Hoff to make it now 13-8. As it hits the post, goes on a play. Service upcoming here for the Vikings. Kindred starting to stretch this one out a little bit here midway through the second. Outside the attack on the way for Schwab. McQuillan back set down the line, and this one ricochets, eventually gets a cross block by Baco. A chance on the third. They're able to get it over the net there by Hoff. They will come to Sanders, which just pushes this one across and eventually does take the points. Good dig down the line, but eventually Sanders takes the point regardless here now at 14-8. Serve upcoming for the Vikings with Kittleson. As Sweet in the back row here. Service. This one will go to Quall. Back set on the way. Actually, this one comes into the middle for Hoff. Vikings with Baco. Good dig there by Opp. Chance for Sweet. Unable to get across the net. Now it's 15-8. High school volleyball here this evening on your liveevent.com from Kindred. Service for the Vikings. That will be into the back. Good pass by Sweet. Set outside. Here comes Wortman. There is going to be Brink. Kennedy Baco has a little bit run of collision there with Taylor Sanders. Everyone looks to be all right as the point will be coming here with Collins to make it a 16-8 contest. Service for the Vikings. This one will come into the middle. Set up here for Lisbon with Opp outside. Off for Wortman for the kill. Riot gets her second. 16-9 as the Vikings and Broncos were tied at 7 since then, but a nice little run here for the Vikings at 7-2. Or excuse me, at 9-2. The margin is 7. Rolling. This one will have a chance for Baco on top of the block and eventually takes the points. Kennedy with her 6th kill, and it's a 17-9 lead as the Vikings will bring a couple new players into the contest. Greta McKinney back in, also playing will be Mallory Keller. Service upcoming here for Collins McQuillan. Set up, and this will be the points on the way at 18-9. As looking to be all right here is Ava Adair alongside with Riot Wortman hustling after that one. 18-9 Vikings after the serve there for Collins as she continues to serve. Adair looking for the dump opportunity. Good spot, but that'll be in for the points. Ava Adair with the point here at 18-10. Serve on the way for Riot and the Lisbon Broncos. Right back right to Roland. Eventually they get it over on the third. Take Wortman back to the corner. This one coming middle, up and over on the hit by Hoff. Back set, right-handed swing. Sanders with another kill. Taylor now in double digits. We got her down for 10. 19-10 Vikings with the advantage here as the serve will be upcoming for Kennedy Baco. Baco on the serve. This one comes into the middle with Ava Adair back set. Wiltsey blocked, and that block party comes by Sanders here for Kindred. 20-10 as the Vikings starting to pull away here in this second set. 5 points away from taking the second here this evening in Kindred. Vikings took the first 25-14. Baco continues to serve. Quall is there. Eventually miscommunication will make it a 21-10 contest, and Megan Johnson wants a timeout on the floor. And at this timeout, we will get to an in-game update here, brought to you in part by Goldmark, with some other matches going on across the way here tonight. EDC Volleyball on yourliveevent.com, Fargo, Davies, and West Fargo. Wymer Lidgerwood takes set number 1 over Sargent County 25-23. Oak Grove takes set number 1 in Enderlin, a tight one, 25-22. And then Central Cass already up 2-love early on Tri-State. Maple River and Hankinson. Taking a look at our yourliveevent.com coverage there. The Raiders lead at 22-14, trying to close out the Hankinson Pirates here in a sweep tonight from Tower City, while the Richland Colts and Northern Cass Jaguars currently in the second set. Richland leads at 24-22 as the Colts are trying to get up 2-0 against the Jags at Northern Cass. And if Richland does win that match, it definitely changes the complexion of the region from a multitude of ways going forward here this evening with the Region 1 standings. That, again, is an in-game update brought to you in part by Goldmark Commercial. 21-10, Northern Cass at 5-2, Richland at 4-4. Everybody that's trying to get to that 2 line would love a Northern Cass loss, but then it just blends the teams from 2nd to 7th even closer, as Richland would go to 5-4 if they could pick up a win on the road. This will be tight eventually. We'll see a net violation here for the Lisbon Broncos. Point awarded to Kindred at 22-10. Central Cass looking to get to 6-3 if they can hold on after leading 2-0 against Tri-State. Wymer Lidgerwood, if they can fend off Sargent County, would improve to 6-3. Otherwise, the Bulldogs would go to 4-4. It's now 23-10. Good serve by Baco. She's got on the evening 6 kills so far. Service here for the Vikings. Baco into the back. There is Quall. A dare set middle. This one, a little tip across the net by Hoff. A little power tip. Now comes Sanders, back right corner. Vikings will set this one up. McQuillan with another chance to Sanders, up and over. A dare on the cover. This one comes with Wiltsey. And into the back there is Keller to help it out. Eventually pushed over then by McKinney. For the Lisbon Broncos, they'll set outside, right-handed swing by Webb, and Webb will earn the points here for Lisbon. Lillian Webb gets her first kill of the set, makes it 23-11. Broncos on to serve here with the libero and Quall. Haley Quall into the middle. Roland is there. Eventually, the Vikings will go outside. Little miss hit on the way. 23 now to 12. Service here continuing for Quall. Quall with the serve, back right corner. The Vikings will see this one into the middle. A little power tip on the way. That'll be with Sanders off the ribbon. I was going to think about maybe jumping, but by the time that set came towards her, I was able to get that run across. And there'll be a serve upcoming for Sanders here. Set point opportunity for the Vikings. Here comes Lisbon. Wiltsey, back right corner. Rolling with the bump. This one able to get across the net for the Vikings with Greta McKinney. Outside now on the swing for Webb. Blocked. And then the Lisbon Broncos unable to chase that one down as that goes over the bench. And the Vikings take set number 2 by a final of 25-12. Our set recap is next here tonight from Kindred, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage, coming up around the corner.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Wally Alec Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
High school volleyball here this evening from Kindred. It's a 2-0 lead for the Vikings, 25-14 and 25-12. Set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. I'm Chase Miller. Taylor Sanders with 11 kills, 5 for Greta McKinney, 6 for Kennedy Bacco here for the Vikings. 2 aces, 3 service errors, well for Lisbon, 1 ace tonight by Sweet. So far you got Wiltsey, Wertman, and Schwab with 2 kills to lead the floor here for the Lisbon Broncos. Set number 2. 5 ties. Latest one was at 8 apiece. Set 2 again goes to Kindred, 25-12. This set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. They provide first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. Final for you in Tower City in Region 1 volleyball this evening. Maple River hands Hankinson a sweep here tonight. So the win for the Raiders vaults them to 6-3 on the season. Hankinson drops to 2-6. Maple River, Weimar, Lidgewood still play later on this year, so one of those two teams for surely will pick up a 4th loss. It's just a matter of what else might happen. We will have Maple River, Hillsborough, Central Valley on Thursday night here on YourLiveEvent.com in a non-region contest between two teams who have done awfully well for themselves here in Class B volleyball here this season. So again, Maple River earns the win. Fargo Oak Grove takes the first 2 sets against the Enderlin Eagles. The same can be said for Richland at Northern Cass, winning the first 2 sets by 2 points. And then the Kindred Vikings also have won the first 2 sets. Central Cass the same against the Tri-State Tigers. Senior night for the Vikings. Leah Rowland, the senior libero. Greta McKinney, outside hitter with Elsa Engelbrechts in the middle. And Kennedy Bacco middle as well. Here are the 4 seniors tonight for the Vikings as they will head to the service line and open things up in the third with Caitlin Brink. Brink with the serve into the back. The Broncos, free ball over on the third back right corner. Dug there by Brink. Set outside. Here's an up and over by Odegaard. For the Broncos, this one will get across the net by Differding. Great sprawl attempt by Brink. Outside right-handed swing, and this one will go out of play. And the Lisbon Broncos will take the opening point here of set number 3. Lisbon will make a substitution. Coming on will be Let's go in the front, and then you will see Aubrey Opp in the back. Here for Lisbon coming on to serve. Opp with the serve into the middle. There is Brink. Kindred will back set on the way. Here's a right-handed swing blocked. Good job with Taryn Gilbert here this evening at times blocking, and Gilbert gets this one across. Here's a set as we'll have a double, and this point will go towards the Lisbon Broncos here at 2-0. So Kindred will continue to come on here. Service on the way. Roland with a dig. Vikings will see this one. Be another block eventually here by Gilbert. And a really good start here for Lisbon, as it's now 3-0. Service for the Broncos with Opp. Back left corner. Vikings will play this one. A chance where Gilbert earns the points. So Taryn Gilbert makes it a 4-0 lead here for Lisbon. Service here for the Broncos. Back right corner, Roland is there. Kindred set. This one gets pushed across the net eventually by Kate Odegaard. Coming tight, getting that one over again is Gilbert. Roland set. Baco free ball on the third. For the Broncos here, they will go outside. Right-handed swing and unable to get over. Makes it a 4-1 contest. As Trenbeth will come on now here for the Vikings. Also coming on will be Elsa Engelbrechtson. It's 4-1. Lisbon out in front on the Bank North scoreboard. Go to ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Again, find a branch or a bank near you at ibanknorth.com. Service, and then a free ball, by Waletsko. Good dig there by Brink, eventually over by Roland. Chance for the Broncos, right-handed swing on the way for Waletsko. Now it's going to be an attempt here by Differding, unable to get it across. And the Broncos, so they have 4-0 lead, trimmed to 2 as the service will continue here with Trenbeth. Trenbeth on the serve. There's going to be Opp into the middle. Eventually getting across is Waletsko. Rolling with the bump. Here comes Engelbrechtson. Broncos. Waletsko gets that one across on the third. Vikings see this. Eventually blocked. Brink. Baco gets it over with her left hand. Set middle. This one gets it over by Gilbert. And rolling off of her back left heel. Broncos to the outside and eventually unable to get this one across as it's now 4-3. A little bit helter-skelter for both teams throughout that last point. Just coming on here will be Bryn Wiltsey. Service here for Trenbeth, trying to tie this set up at 4 apiece. Set number 1 went to Kindred, 25-14. Set number 2 went to the Vikings as well, 25-12. Service here for Kindred. Free ball over on the third by Wiltsey, unable to get over the net. That's our first tie here of set number 3. As you will see the Vikings here with Trenbeth to the service line. Trenbeth into the back middle for Lisbon here with offset outside. Waletsko gets this one across. Brink with a great dig. Back set Trenbeth. Was there any touch? No, there was not. Out of play at now 5-4. Lisbon regains the advantage here, trailing it, leading it by 1 in this third set. As Bryn Wiltsey, the sophomore, to the service line. Gives it to the back to a junior there in Brink. Here comes Baco across the net. Lisbon back set. This one will go with Waletsko. Broncos eventually get a free ball over on the third as Trenbeth to Engelbrechtson out of play, and the Broncos lead it by 2. So in a couple of weeks, we'll get to the final Class B Region 1 volleyball tournament as we know it before we head to the 3 divisions, since both teams making their way to the middle division here this season of next year in North Dakota, as this one will be out of play. Now it's 7-4. So this could be potentially the last time these two teams meet as Class B rivals before they move to Division A next year, unless they were to meet in the Region 1 volleyball tournament. Vikings set up and they get a kill. Kill on the way for Kindred. That'll be with Kate Odegaard to make it now 7-5. And these two squads met in the Region 1 volleyball tournament last year in Lisbon in the 8-9 matchup. That one went 5. Eventually the Vikings won before their season fell short to Northern Cass in the quarterfinals. Has been unable to handle the serve here to make it a 7-6 lead. Good service on the way there for Mallory Keller. As last season, the Region 1 volleyball tournament was in Lisbon. This year, it'll be in Kindred. This one flutters across the net, pushed, and then eventually dumped across by Opp. Back set on the way. Here's a right-handed swing by Engelbrechtson. Aubrey Opp will come middle and get the kill. Taryn Gilberts will earn the kill here to make it an 8-6 contest. Service here for the Broncos. Now the aforementioned Gilbert. A volleyball match that's gone 56 minutes, make that 54 minutes here this evening. Kindred, this one tight with Engelbreitsen. Eventually getting over is up. Vikings with Trembest set outside Sanders. Therefore the dig is Gilbert outside. Here comes Riot Wortman with the left hand. Trembeth back into the middle to Baco, and this one will ricochet and eventually go out of play to make it now a 8-7 lead. As Baco's gonna earn the point. Service all the way for Kindred here with Kennedy Baco. Baco into the middle. Lisbon here with Aubrey Opp set outside. This one gets across, and eventually the point here will be awarded to Lisbon Broncos. Right, Wortman and Emerson Schwab almost ran into each other, but the Broncos will take the point nonetheless, set 9-7. As service here will be Brooklyn, the 5'3" senior. As Brooklyn Bergerman will come onto the service line for Coach Megan Johnson. Roland is there. This one's set middle. Coming down the lane, if you will, was Sanders. Great dig in the back by Quall, and a free ball over on the third. Lisbon. We'll see Kindred earn a tip. Bergerman able to help it out. Wortman is there. This will go out of play, and the Vikings are back within one. 9-8, and Lisbon with a chance to tie here in set number 3. Broadcasting here tonight from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. Your small town bank and big time partner with Stock Growers Bank mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Stock Growers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender serving Lisbon and the surrounding communities, as well in Sargent and Ransom counties. This one will have a chance for Riot Wortman. There eventually on the dig is Keller. Tight, pushed across by Wortman. Right-handed swing by Sanders, and Sanders puts down another one. Tied at 9, second tie of the set. Sanders with a match high 12 kills so far here on the evening for the Vikings. The Broncos with Bergerman back, set right-handed swing. This one will go out of play, and Kindred will take their first lead of set number 3. As the Vikings will head to the service line. Back right corner, there is going to be Welty. Here's a push across, Roland is there. Set outside, right-handed swing by McKinney, and eventually the block up comes here for Lisbon. Cameron Hoff with the block party here for the Broncos. And we're knotted at 10. Service for Wortman. This will be unable to get across the net. Both teams have done nicely in that category so far. Lisbon with 2 service errors. Well, for the Vikings, they currently have 3 on the evening. As Kindred here with Taylor Sanders heads to the service line. Sanders with the serve. Bergerman set outside. This one pushed across by Wiltsey. The Vikings will utilize this one to the middle, and eventually coming down with a kill is Jenner Jordheim. 12-10. As Coach Autumn Schaefer going a little bit deeper on the bench with her rotation right now. Service on the way for the Vikings. Unable to get across to Sanders. And the Vikings will see the Broncos head back to the service line here, as they will have Quall, the 5'6" senior. Quall on to serve into the back is Roland. Lisbon will set this one outside. Right-handed swing, and this goes out of play on the swing by Odegaard, and we're knotted at 12. Broncos here with Quall, Roland, and eventually we'll get a violation there on the double hit by Greta McKinney. It's now 13-12. Lisbon out back in front here for the first time since it was 9-8 Broncos. Service here for Lisbon. As this gets across the net by Odegaard. Bergman with the push. Vikings will see this one on top of the ribbon there with Greta McKinney. Dump opportunity by Bergman. The Vikings will see McKinney with the tip. No one covered, and Greta gets her 6th kill of the night. 13-all here in set number 3. As Brink will head to the service line. Baca will play the front as Roland will check out here in a match that is nearing the 1 hour mark here this evening. Service upcoming for Brink. Brink into the back right corner. Bergman with the set outside as this one will go with Taryn Gilbert. Vikings will utilize this one. Right-handed swing by Odegaard blocked. Brink with the bump, set outside. Here's a swing up the side of the block for Greta McKinney. She does it again. She's got her 7th, and the Vikings regain the lead by 1. 14-13 Kindred here tonight. It's kind of been the 1-2 combination of Sanders, McKinney, and then that third of Kennedy Bacco here this evening. You got 7-14, and you add it to 12, 26 kills between the 3 of them so far this evening. Kindred setting. Here goes Bacco for the points. 15-13, both clubs with 2 timeouts here in this set, as the serve will be upcoming here for the Vikings as they lead it by 2. Kindred matching their largest lead here of the set. Brink on the serve. Bergman set to the outside. Cross court. Good location and spot there by Hoff. Just gave a little bit too much on that one to make it now 16-13. As the serve will be upcoming here for Brink and the Vikings. Into the middle, Lisbon. Free ball over on the third with Taryn Gilbert. Vikings, back set, right-handed swing, no touch, goes out of play by Greta McKinney. And it's a 16-14 contest. As we will see the Lisbon Broncos here with Aubrey up, heading to the service line. Service here for Opp. Brink with a good pass. Vikings set. This one tipped by Bacco, down for the point. Kennedy Bacco with her 9th kill. It's now 17-14. Vikings here lead it by 3. The service will be upcoming with Collins McQuillan. Service for the Vikings with McQuillan, and eventually takes the point here at 18-14. Just that first pass is so valuable, whether it's a ace or not. If you can get a good serve and just get them out of a rotation or rhythm and maybe earn a free ball instead of an attack, it just can put you right back in the driver's seat here in volleyball as this one gets across the net by Odegaard. Lisbon Broncos will set outside. Wiltsey tight eventually, but we'll see a net violation here at 19-14. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. Vikings lead it by 5.
School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
High school volleyball here this evening in Kindred. Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. The Vikings 19, the Lisbon Broncos 14 here. Timeout again brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. Service upcoming for Collins McQuillan as McQuillan unable to get this one across the net. Service here number 5 here for the Vikings at 19-15. Serve. Here will be with Wiltsey. Vikings set. Here comes Kennedy Bacco. Broncos will utilize this one outside with Riot Wortman. Brink, and eventually pushed across, and we'll see this one go down for the points as the Broncos will take this one on the block with Waletsko there. And after the timeout here by Coach Megan Johnson, back-to-back points here for Lisbon. Service by Wiltsey will unable to get across. And now the Vikings are 5 points away from taking set number 3 and trying to earn a sweep here tonight of the visiting Broncos. As Mallory Keller will head to the service line for Kindred. Keller, the 5'2" defensive specialist here this season for Coach Autumn Schaefer. Lisbon, back set, right-handed swing into the middle. There is Brink. Right-handed swing by Elsa Engelbreitson. That'll go out of play to make it now 20-17. Service here for Lisbon will be with Taryn Gilbert. Gilbert comes on to serve back right corner. Kindred with McQuillan coming to the middle. Quickly attempted there by Kittleson. And Gilbert gets this one over on the third. Brink into the middle again with Collins McQuillan. Baco off the side. And eventually we'll see a right-handed swing across the net for Kittleson. Well, Let's Go gets this one across. Lisbon will have the chance, but unable to get over for Kindred. Will be Taylor Sanders, and the Broncos are back within 2. Kindred trying to see if they can push this one to 4 here this evening at least. Service here with Gilbert. Taryn to serve back left corner. Keller with a good pass. Kindred with Baco into the back. Gilbert backs set on the way there by Up as Waletsko gets this one across. Kindred then with Sanders on top of the block for the kill. Taylor with a baker's dozen in that category here this evening. And the Vikings are now 4 points away. Speaking of the Vikings, if you're a NFL football fan, the Minnesota Vikings play on Thursday night this week in Los Angeles, going up against the LA Rams for Thursday night football. Baco with the serve, and eventually will take the point. It was tight and almost oriented there for the Vikings was Kittleson, trying to see if she could hammer that one down. Baco with another serve here. And free ball over across. The Vikings with McQuillan set middle. This is hammered down for the point. Jenner Jornheim earns the point to make it now 23-18. So Jenner with the kill here. Vikings now 2 points away as Baco to the service line on the Bank North scoreboard. Go to ibanknorth.com to find a branch or location near you. Baco with the serve. This one will come to Up, set outside, and eventually we'll see another block. We had Kittleson and Jornheim there. We're going to give that one to Kittleson on the outside, and it's a set point opportunity here for the Vikings. Trying to go 5 consecutive points to close out the match here. Baco with the set and eventually match point. Back set. Well, Let's Go gets this one across. McQuillan set outside. Taylor Sanders big swing. Better dig by Quall. Up set to the outside. Wortman right-handed swing. There is Kennedy Baco for the Vikings. They will have another chance by Sanders. It will hit the post, and the Lisbon Broncos will head back to the service line here at least one more time. As the serve will be coming here with Brooklyn. As Bergerman with the serve. Leah Rowland is there. The Vikings will back set. Right-handed swing, and there's the match, and there's the kill. Kittleson earns the kill here for the Vikings, and the junior puts this one away in a sweep here for Kindred tonight in a volleyball match that takes 1 hour and 8 minutes. Again, your final 25-14, 25-12, and 25-19 here on the Bank North scoreboard. With the win, the Kindred Vikings improved to 18-12 on the season, 6-2 in Region 1 play. Up next will be a non-region game in Mayville against the Mayport CG Patriots on October the 29th before visiting Central Cass a week from tonight on your live event. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, they dropped to 5-21 on the season and 1-8 in Region 1 play. The Broncos will host the Ellendale Cardinals upcoming on Thursday on yourliveevent.com in Lisbon before they will tango with Northern Cass on October the 29th. Coming up, we'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Games. We'll also hear from some of the victorious players here tonight, and we'll take a look at the final stats in this one. Again, the Kindred Vikings with the sweep 25-14, 25-12, 25-19. Taylor Sanders with 13 kills to lead the floor here this evening. Back with our post-match show after this here this evening from Kindred.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
It's simple to give the award for our Enbridge Energy Players of the Match to the seniors here for the Kindred Vikings between Leah Rowland alongside with Elsa Engelbrechtson, Greta McKinney, and Kennedy Bacco. They all had a hand in different abilities here this evening to earn our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game, and we'll hear from a couple of them as well. Greta McKinney with 7 kills here this evening. Elsa Engelbrechtson with a block and a handful of kills. Kennedy Bacco had 5 kills here. I'll make that 9 kills here tonight, and a handful of digs again for Leah Rowland. Again, our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Again, the seniors of Kennedy Bacco, Elsa Engelbrechtson, Greta McKinney, and Leah Rowland. We'll hear from a couple of seniors coming up next here on Senior Night as the Vikings pick up the win 25-19 on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
In today's fast-paced world, your business needs more than just numbers. It needs an alphabet roadmap with Olson Accounting. A is for accounts payable, where every dollar counts. B stands for balance sheets, keeping your finances on track. And C represents cash flow, the lifeblood of your business. At Olson Accounting, they're more than just number crunchers. Discover the difference with their trusted expertise, personalized service by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
As we continue here on senior night, join us again, one of the 4 seniors that they honored on the squad here this season in terms of the players here this year for the Kindred Vikings again is Leah Rowland, the libero. And Leah, for you guys to earn a win here tonight on senior night just adds kind of the cherry on top. What does it kind of mean, particularly here as you inch closer to that region tournament where you're trying to get a buy-in to that quarterfinals?
It means a lot, especially because we're coming towards the end of the season. So every game matters. We have to come and put our best out so that we go into regionals playing our best ball. No, that's soft. Playing our best game so that we just put it all out there and we end how we want.
What's a trait or characteristic about this senior class that you best like on the volleyball squad this season?
I think all 4 of us are great leaders. Like, all of the younger people tell us, like, we're all great leaders. We can do anything for them. We're constantly talking and cheering, and we want to see the younger people succeed as well as us.
What have you seen recently with the Weimar Lidgewood going on the road, winning in 4, sweeping here? You got a quality couple opponents coming up next with the Patriots and Central Cass, just to name a few. But what have you liked most about the last couple of matches for your squad?
I like how everyone's just playing aggressive. We're not being timid anymore. Our hitters are hitting. Our defense is getting to the right spot. And if we're not, we're making those adjustments. We're not waiting, getting in a big deficit before we decide to flip a switch.
Let's talk a little bit about Greta here. Just kind of what does she provide to the club this season?
She provides energy and big swings. Like in the senior speech, she's screaming all the time. Kind of annoying, but it's funny.
And kind of with yourself, too, losing your voice throughout the course of the game. Final thing for me, Leah, here. Just what do you want to see from your team the next couple matches going into your final non-region match before you got the Squirrels, before you got, Oak Grove and company still yet on the schedule?
I just want to see everyone lay it all out. Like, just give it everything they got. And I'm never going to be mad at them for making mistakes as long as they adjust. And I know we can be the best, and I just hope they know it too.
Congratulations on the win, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Leah Rowland here, the senior libero. Will continue after this and hear from another senior from the Vikings here on your liveevent.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies, including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
As we continue here on yourliveevent.com, one of the other 4 seniors, as we alluded to here on the players' side, is Greta McKinney here with 7 kills on the evening. And for you, Greta, just to earn this one with a win, you're getting one step closer, as we asked Leah. Just what does it mean to win on senior night here for you on your senior season?
It feels great. I mean, a win is a win always. It's always nice to win, but our games have been progressively getting better and better, and it feels good moving on at this point of the season. Like, it makes me excited for what's to come later in the season with regionals.
As you kind of look at this club, what is kind of clicked, if you will, throughout the course of this season to get you guys in rhythm? I know you're playing maybe different positions from prior years and everything's kind of made itself going through, but now you got 2 weeks left to kind of go before you get to postseason play. Greta, what has kind of clicked, if you will, once you kind of got to that mid part of the season?
I feel like we're all so close as a team. I feel like just like trust and like being teammates together has clicked, but also everyone is being more positive in themselves, knowing that like, okay, they're not going to care if I make a mistake, I'll just move on. And like everyone has been like more trusting in themselves and in others, so it just makes everything work smoothly together.
As you take a look at these as seniors, what do you enjoy most about your other teammates as seniors on the volleyball club this season?
I love how supportive they are of us. They all want to play for us. They don't want to play for themselves. This is very much like a we team, and that's what I like. I like the positivity that they have, like the effort that they put in towards every game. I just like everything.
Does Leah Rowland lose her voice almost every match that we just heard from moments ago?
Every single game. And, yeah, every single game. Next day at school, I can't hear her. It's very funny.
As you kind of get ready for this last couple weeks, what's one thing that you kind of want to take from tonight's match or the game against or match against Weimar Lidgerwood to the Patriots, to the Squirrels, to what you have left on the schedule?
Definitely our momentum. I feel like the past 2 games we haven't been so, like, up and down, like, we have, but it's like not more than 3 that they've gotten. Definitely our momentum, keeping it, not letting them get in runs, and our power. We've had great swings all around from everyone. Like, everyone has contributed so well and perfectly to the team. That's what I'm excited for.
Greta, congratulations on the win and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Again, one of our Enbridge Energy players of the game, Greta McKinney, here on senior night for the Vikings. We'll continue after this from Kindred.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Joining us now, the head coach, Adam Schaefer, here on senior night for the Kindred Vikings. First things first, Adam, let's just talk about those seniors like we did in the pregame show. Let's chat about them on the postgame. Obviously, Greta McKinney with 7 kills tonight, rolling with a handful of digs. Elsa is able to get a couple of kills and a block, and Kennedy Bacco does what Kennedy Bacco does. So what did you like just about those 4 in particular here on senior night?
They really showed their leadership. Like I said, I talk about it a lot. They have high expectations, but they play to those high expectations as well. So they're not just telling people to do it or telling people to follow it. They're leading by example.
For Greta McKinney, I know sometimes there's courses throughout the season where you have to change a different position or throughout your career. So have you kind of seen her from a setter spot to a hitter spot? And how has she grown from that from August to where we are now here in late October?
Yeah, she was both excited, timid, scared about switching and moving from setting. But I said, Greta, I need you in the front row. I need you up there. You're big. Like, you don't understand the potential you have and the things that you can do until you're pushed into doing them. And I think she's shown that greatly. I mean, she's a great setter, but you see what happens when you put her in the front row and you give her that opportunity to just focus on blocking and focus on hitting, and she really explodes when she's up there.
Yeah, 7 kills tonight. Leah Rowland, obviously just an energetic player in the back row, hustling all over the floor. Just kind of what did you see from her performance as well?
Yeah, she really holds everybody together. She's really the glue in the back row. If somebody can't get to a ball or they're hustling, they know that she's going to be right behind them. And so she's really good at being able to piece that together in the back row and kind of be that that head honcho, that leader, the person to have somebody's back when they're back there as well.
You got a couple large games, a quality opponent, non-region opponent coming up here 48 hours from now in Mayville, but then it's really crunch time on where you're going to be. So a large win tonight to get to where you want to go, but what's the biggest thing for this team for the final 2 weeks of the regular season before you eventually get to that Region 1 tournament here, Autumn?
Yeah, they have to stay smart on offense, and they have to predict and not react on defense. So just creating that momentum and keeping that steady, being able to not be predictable at the net as well.
Autumn, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck against Mayport CG and next week against the Squirrels.
Thank you.
Autumn Schaefer again with us here for the Vikings. We'll continue after this and put a bow on this one on yourliveevent.com.
Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Again, your final here this evening, it's a sweep, 25-14, 25-12, 25-19. The Vikings improved to 18-12 on the season, 6-2 in Region 1 at Mayville on Thursday. We'll have their next match after that in Region 1 in Castleton a week from tonight on October the 29th. Broncos dropped to 5-21 on the season, 1-8 in Region 1 play. We will have their next match against Ellendale on Thursday in Lisbon. On behalf of everyone and all of our sponsors as well, I'm Chase Miller again. Tonight in Kindred, the Vikings earn the sweep of the Broncos. Thank you so much for joining us, and go to yourliveevent.com for more games coming up throughout the week.